Hi everyone, it's Monique and Megan with some new clothing.
Bright orange.
It's Friday. It is super cold here in Johannesburg. I feel like I've slept the whole of winter, the whole of summer, and now we're back in winter, right? Anyway, it's Friday, and we thought we want to continue our chat about some breed dogs and the peculiarities or the interesting facts about these dogs, right? So last week we spoke about the Dogo Argentinos, and today we want to talk about another breed dog we've actually groomed. Actually, we're grooming that dog today. Is a Kelpie. Does everybody know what a Kelpie is? Because I didn't. To be honest, when I saw the Kelpie on the schedule, I had to Google it.
Is it a dog? Is it a cat?
So I thought it was very interesting, perhaps, to discuss the Kelpie. So, what on earth is a Kelpie, Megan?
So a Kelpie, in simple forms, is an Australian sheepdog, basically. They're short-haired dogs. They usually have quite a rough coat, and they're quite similar to the Border Collie, but obviously the coat is a hell of a lot shorter.
But they look a bit like the Belgian Shepherd, right? I mean, the coat.
A tiny bit, yeah. Not quite as fluffy as the Belgian Shepherd. They do have a slightly coarser coat, mainly because their coat actually has natural oils on it that help them be quite weather resistant. So they're known to be, yes, but the oils itself that actually form on the coats actually make them almost completely waterproof, which is very cool for dogs that need to work outside, or possibly live under quite tough conditions, as most Australian places are. They're quite hard. So yeah, they're really, really fantastic dogs. They don't need much training when it comes to the herding. They're very instinctually driven when it comes to herding cattle and sheep and that sort of thing. So they don't need much pointers from their owner to get their job done.
They're not outside dogs, right?
They like being inside, but they are also known to be very hardy. So although they enjoy being inside in the bed, with their owner.
In the bed?
Yes, of course. But obviously, the cattle ranchers and things need to spend a week out, moving their cattle across, kind of landscapes and things. They also 100% find sleeping outside. They're very, very tough. They generally don't pick up diseases and that sort of thing very easily. So yeah, they're just all in all very, very hardy little dogs and very intelligent.
So is there any specific worry, like Didi, my dog, my beaver, I like to bring her in all the time. One day I'm going to bring her here in person, but she's got the disorder, as you know, with the paroxysmal dyskinesia. I managed to say it. I had to practice it for a long time. Is there any peculiar disease that these dogs are prone to, our Kelpies?
So the only one they've really picked up that they say is a sort of genetic weakness with the breed, although it's not common, is a thing called cerebral abiotrophy, which is basically it's a genetic disease that they get from their parents or from their breeding or their lines.
What does that mean?
And
that big word. Can you say it again? Just
cerebral abiotrophy.
Okay. Cerebral. It's something in the brain.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
And it is in the cerebral cortex actually. And what it is unfortunately a lot of the neurons in that part of the brain start dying off. And the way that it displays in the dog, they start having issues with their balance, they become a little bit, kind of uncoordinated and that sort of thing. So you might see that they start struggling to walk, and perform, their day-to-day kind of normal routines.
And it's not just a thing that happens momentarily and then goes away. It's something it's degenerative. That's
correct,
the word I'm looking for.
It is a degenerative disease. And like I said, it is genetic. It's not contagious or anything. So yeah, if your dog does have it, you'll probably start seeing it sort of halfway through their life, and it is something that you would have to manage, alongside your vet.
I'm wondering if it's something that breeders can test for. I mean, I'm just asking. I mean, this is like a very like a strange question, but I don't know. Is it something that one can test for?
Interestingly enough, most responsible breeders, and I do say responsible because not all of them do this, with breeds that are known to have certain genetic issues, they do try and breed it out of the line. So if you have a breeding pair that have been producing puppies that seem to be repeating a genetic issue, generally they should stop breeding with that line to try and get rid of that weakness. But obviously not many of the breeders actually do that because it does become a bit of a money-making thing. But yes, a lot of the responsible breeders will try and breed, any genetic weaknesses or predispositions and that sort of thing out of the line.
And then, I'm hearing we're talking about the Dogo Argentino and the Kelpie and some dogs from all over the world. do people actually in South Africa breed these dogs, or do they import them, or is it a breed that's going to become big in South Africa, do you think, or is it just or don't we really know at this point?
The Kelpie, yes, the Kelpie, there are breeders in South Africa, and they do work with the Kelpies. There's also a lot of rescues that end up rescuing Kelpies because people, again, adopt them as a pet or in their tiny little townhouse. And because they're working dogs, they sometimes overwhelm their new family. They overwhelm their new family, and sadly these dogs often need to be rehomed because people that have adopted them or bought them just don't cope with their type of breed. The Dogo, I did have a look online, and there are a couple of Dogo breeders in South Africa.
Okay.
I don't know much about how great they are or how reliable they are, but it is a breed that is bred in South Africa.
Okay.
And I think, in our country actually we have got most dog breeds. There aren't many of them that you would have to import unless you wanted to.
Okay, well, thanks for that, and thanks for the information. I mean, I always find your knowledge astounding. So thank you. I try and catch you out, ask you all these questions, and then I can't catch you out. So well done.
You are going to catch me out.
Okay, well, that's good too. Anyway, we are freezing here, and the wind is blowing, and I'm just waiting for that moment that the stand is going to go.
And this branch is also getting very close to my face.
Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Have a great weekend. Always nice to talk to you. Please call us, and we'll be out grooming your dog soon. Take care. Bye.